Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Minnesota Golden Gophers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Irwin. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got the quick pass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Back to pass. Throwing right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch down the right side. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Runs through the tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They go right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
The Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Irwin. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it inside the 10.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there to get this offense home.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well.
Scores on the sneak.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hayes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Glenn.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down sticks. Couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them, and then great effort making that tackle, setting up 4th.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Irwin. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On target over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Cradles it at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David, and you know the execution just has to be spot on, timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. That brings them to within 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 5 over Auburn. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The toss to the right. Running into the open space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Irwin. Starting to feel a little pressure. Finds some fresh air. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Lyle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just keep slinging it. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
Dropping back, it's Irwin. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Canes! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying play action. Zings incomplete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the fullback's not going to be a guy that's running routes deep down the field. He's normally just a check down option for the quarterback. You saw it right there, and as a result, it doesn't pick up any yards.
Fires to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Irwin. Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
It'll be 3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Red pass hits complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lyle. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Irwin. He turns that loose down the right side. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you...
And the ball swept out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Irwin. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. On the option. Now the toss. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity. That's it.
Touchdown, Minnesota! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Setting up the screen. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Looking downfield, it's Irwin. The throw on target to the left. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Goes to the option. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Off the play fake. Rushes on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Tosses it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I think he did that a little.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Golden Gophers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Irwin. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open, and it looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving, and he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Gain of 6. Offense facing 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss.
That keeps the score. Miami 28, Minnesota 20.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Going right to work up top. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion here. But that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. The sure hands. It's Glenn. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick.
A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive? And that time, they just can't come up with a completion.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Unloads to the right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Irwin. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Got it in the middle. It's Lanier. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Finds space on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Second down, he'll throw it. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he...
Touchdown, Minnesota! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
Well, the offense handled their business. They get the 2-point conversion. They tie the game. Now it falls on the defense. Only seconds to go. You need a stop to force this thing to go to OT.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Irwin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Wants to throw and not much time to work with. He's got it on the outside. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
And they'll take over.
The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Leaves it with the back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection on 4th down, and they give up the football here in overtime.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
1st down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
21-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. They believe they can run right here. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation. The
give on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.